Not bad. I know that's
Yeah.
like
Not really. That's good. Fucking SpaceX video only's got live count of 499. Yeah.
nothing. That's what makes me like curious about some like pages or like companies. Or it's like,
They just bought
what if they like
views.
buy subscription reviews? Because what really validates if someone's like a big channel or not is like their lives, right? We're not a big channel. We don't have anyone watching our lives. But there's some. Are we live right now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Talking gas.
Talking gas. All right, let's get these cameras set up. We apologize, you guys.
Are we,
Oh, I'm cursing. Ah. But some of these. Yeah, some of these bigger companies you think would have that have like hundreds of thousands of subscribers or a million subscribers, you would think they would have a massive live following.
Yeah.
Like you just showed, they have 400 people. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. So, alrighty, what's up, everybody? We are on
live.
episode 9 of our live stream reviews. Last week we gutted the interior and did all that stuff, reviewed that video, and today we are doing, I don't even know what episode, well, obviously episode 9, but I do not know what that one is about. So, I'm trying to think while Kyle pulls it up. He's doing something else really quickly.
Doing things.
I wonder what it's about. What is it about?
Oh, it's the steering wheel.
Ooh, this one's a good one. Kyle the magician with this thing.
Build it. Put it to work. The 2024 Can-Am Defender.
Dear unbreakable spirit,
A lot of ads. Which is
you
good,
roam on paths called impossible. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks. Toyota. Let's go places.
I was gonna skip it by the time I get my mouse over there. It's gonna be
Three.
done. Oh, and I have to. Oh, okay.
Oh,
now
what
I-
the heck?
Just a straightforward steering.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
spoiler. Which of these insurance providers would you consider choosing? Progressive,
Dairyland. I didn't know it was a thing.
National General, Dairyland. None of the above. You know what's crazy? Is National General, I think, is owned by Allstate.
Really?
Yeah, and a refugee guy, call him the Somalian pirate, he branded me. Because he's a refugee, he
Previous
has...
episode, you watched us gut the interior of our truck, which means in today's episode, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the 9th episode.
So anyway,
Tell them a backstory about how we are actually going to 6.0 swap your
oh,
Ranger.
the Ranger was gonna get a 6.0 swap. That was the next plan, and the only reason I wanted to do it is so we can call it the Power Ranger, Power Stroke and a Ranger.
Yeah. That was our next project.
but
What year was
because
it?
no one's ever done it, but we took too long. People have already done it now.
Yeah. So we're going to 6.0 swap his Ford Ranger, but then, what was that? That was a couple months ago you got rear-ended?
A while ago,
That was a hot minute ago. They got
Like-
rear-ended.
end of last year, I think.
Dang. And then it got totaled out. It must have bent the frame or something like that because I don't know why they would total it out for a
I
bend.
needed a whole bed. It was worth more than the truck was.
That's a rough day. But, well, you know it is. You know how insurance companies are sometimes. They just get rid of it. But,
Now we have a Jeep.
yep. Now he's got a Jeep Gladiator, so he's been going out, him and his wife, a bunch on the weekends, and so hopefully I'm able to make it out one of these times so we can do a video, because it'd be kind of a nice change of pace from the F750 CrewCab to do kind of a off-roading video. He was showing me his buddy's Razor and all that stuff. This is the only time, I told Kyle this, I've never really understood the concept of rock lights on like pickup trucks, because you see all these people on Instagram, they have the rock lights, blah 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 blah
Pavement princesses.
blah. Oh my gosh, they're like, look at these rubber band tires and my 24-inch wheels and blah blah blah. And then they have rock lights. I'm like, ugh. But his buddy, who drives a Razor up in the mountains and stuff like that, and rock crawls with that. It's crazy how much rock lights actually help you with visibility around you. They're at night. They said they were up till 11, 12, 1 a.m. But yeah, it's crazy how much visibility the rock lights actually give to you.
We didn't get off the mountain till like 1.
Jeez. But rock lights, if you're off-roading, they actually do help. So I will no longer talk crap about rock lights unless they are on a common day truck that never goes off-road. So in today's live, we are reviewing episode number 9, which is on the steering wheel, I believe. This is one of the coolest things that I've seen on a resto mod. Kyle pretty much did all of this. This whole entire episode is just Kyle working. So, yeah, you won't see my face at all. But Kyle was able to morph together our 1976 steering column and everything with the, the steering shaft, per se, with the steering column of our 2016 donor truck. So it's freaking cool. It works out so well. It looks so clean. Because that's one thing people do when they swap out these, when they resto mod or do these diesel swaps, specifically Power Strokes, is they either dash swap or they do a steering wheel / steering column swap. And I didn't want any of that. I wanted a factory 1976 dash with a factory 1976 steering wheel, which is all the modern amenities. Kyle made that happen, so we're super stoked how it turned out.
Lucky.
Yeah, we are lucky about how everything really matched up. We're still gonna have to make a custom steering wheel later down the road. So whether that's we buy something and modify it or we make it out of wood. I've seen people make homemade steering wheels out of wood, and it doesn't actually look that hard. And then
I have an idea for that.
He's got an idea. Well, we won't spoil it. I don't even know what it is, but I think it'll turn out pretty cool. So, well, with that being said, drum roll please. Episode 9.
Episode of our F750 CrewCab build series. In the previous
Yeah, we're in the same
episode,
hat.
you
Trying to
watched
see if I could pause
got
it.
the
Really
interior
funny.
of our truck, which means in today's episode, we're going to morph a 1976 steering wheel with a 2016 Super Duty steering wheel column. That'll give us all the plug and play and hookups we need when the time comes to start this bad boy. So stay tuned.
Also, I have to give credit. Joe has to make a lot of these like intro videos after we've done something, right?
Yeah, because I don't ever really know.
Because we never know what we're gonna get
Yeah.
completed that day. So we like kind of just work, and then the following day or whatever we finish, Joe has to go, oh hey, you guys are gonna be seeing this, and then he has to keep track of what videos we filmed on the GoPros, and which it's
Like right now, we're in the middle of like 3 different videos. So we have the dash or the grill that I need
exactly
to upload.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. So like we just finished the grill, so that's gonna be in this Saturday. I have it fully edited, so this Saturday we'll have that video. Kyle has been modifying the dash even more, so we have that like video, and then we just started the hood.
Yeah.
The funny thing about the hood, we're like, oh, we're gonna mount the hood on and start doing all this other stuff. It's gonna be super quick and easy. And then it's just kind of a huge headache now. So that'll be kind of a funny video to talk about. But yeah, 3 different videos, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. But
Scoot over just a bit.
But as a content creator, that's
perfect.
Oh, look at that. I kind of like the black background. We're like 2 kind of like in outer space. But yeah, it's pretty fun. There's
like we should be in like a movie like
Spaceballs.
what's it? No. Oh my God, Hitchhiker's Guide. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, or Hitchhiker's Guide to the What is it? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I think it's called. You've never seen that, dude? It is flippin' hilarious.
It's funny.
Oh, we gotta talk. Okay, Someone remind me that we have to talk about Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
At the very end, let's watch the trailer for it.
I'll show you one of the funnier, or not funnier. I'll show you a funny clip.
Okay.
It's about them building the advanced computer.
Okay.
It's hilarious.
All right, you guys, we are waiting for material to attach the firewall to the rest of the cab and box everything in. And
Look at
while
the
we're waiting
firewall's
for
not
that,
even
we are
all the
going
way
to
in.
jump on the steering wheel issue,
The firewall's
which is
not even welded in.
we have
That's
the
wild.
donor truck steering wheel, which attaches to all the wiring harnesses and goes with this dash bar. And we have the old steering wheel that clears the dashboard perfectly
What was I cutting?
and fits perfectly
What?
to the steering
Must've been cutting
box. So
firewood.
what we're going to try to do is
Oh yeah.
remove all the crucial elements of the new donor truck steering wheel, which is essentially right here just
I'm still
clamps
stoked
on.
with how this actually turns
And
out.
we're going to remove it and put it on the old steering wheel, just because of clearance purposes. We did toss the dash up and roughly mock it up where it's going to go. And with that dashboard in there and the new steering wheel, it's hard to get the right
Seriously.
angles and things like
You in the
that,
background
as
with a
well as
chainsaw?
front to back. Now I know you can adjust
Oh.
these front to back, but between the steering wheel and where the pedals are going to be and the seat, we're going to try to do a little R&D and remove this and put it on there.
Actually, you want to pause this? So one of the first things we were going to.
I think if you press spacebar, it'll pause.
Does it?
Push yeah.
Maybe not.
Push enter.
Oh, there we go. Oh, we got it. Look at that. What's up, Whiskey Dents? Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a big old pain in the butt. But like I said, I don't know if you're here for the opening. My goal for this truck was to have a factory 1976 dash and a factory 1976 steering wheel. So that way, when you got into the truck, everything looked as if it was factory, right? Like there's nothing out of the norm.
Well, it's gonna not everything, like the buttons and stuff
well,
like
yeah,
that.
that
They're
type of
gonna-
stuff. Yeah.
They're gonna be modern, but I'm sure there's probably a way to make the buttons look like they're old. But
Yeah. Maybe
this
we'll
isn't Fallout,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we can't make super good technology look pretty old.
Yeah. So, who knows? Maybe later down the road we'll find buttons and knobs and everything that'll be like more of a vintage, and hopefully it turns out. Well, we appreciate that. It's been a long project, so I'm glad someone's giving us some validation.
Yeah, that's
for
the
it.
exact comment we're waiting for when this truck is
Yeah,
done. Is
seriously.
people are gonna look at this and be like, "Oh, this was done the right way."
Yeah. Because like I've said before, I have family members that are like, "You've been working on this truck for 2+ years. You're not driving it." I'm like, I know you guys don't understand what all is going into this truck, but there's so much time and effort and meticulous planning and thought process that it's a pain in the butt. Now you know why resto mods and restoration projects take 4, 5, 6 years to go from a rusted out pile of crap to a show quality truck. So
I'm hoping that this truck gets enough traction on the internet, on media,
yeah.
that it gets to the point that there are companies like Summit and, well, not necessarily Summit, but like all the fabricating companies, they start jumping on this bandwagon of, oh, well, let's make a mounting bracket
Yeah.
for those engines in the truck.
Yeah.
We could sell that, and make some, like, if we get traction, like, it would help so many people out and make these projects like so much more fun, so much like more or customizable, and like just almost like plug and play, where now it's like building Legos.
Yeah.
Like you're just buying cool parts and shit to just build whatever you want. To where it's not like if you take an older truck, you have to go with the 12 valve.
Yeah.
You can really go, okay, let's put a Duramax in an old top kick, or
Yeah.
something like that. Something cool where it's like you have this old top kick, and I don't know. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, and the modern day like diesel swaps have gotten super popular. Not in just older Fords, but in everything. There's a company, I follow the guy on Instagram. He's a big Ford guy. His Instagram's Ford Era. Well, people have been swapping modern day Super Duty axles under these older trucks. So he's making like a full blown 4-wheel conversion kit for these older trucks and stuff like that. That's just a bolt on. So you take a 2-wheel drive truck, bolt on the 4-wheel conversion kit, and then you have a 4-wheel drive truck. Now, obviously, you need a transfer case, you need stuff like that, but the suspension is there. And so I think with the more people that do this stuff, the more popularity, like you said, and then yeah, he really is. Some of the stuff he finds and flips and sells or just keeps, I'm like, how does this guy even find this stuff? But I think he's so big now that like people come to him with like there are lots of classic vehicles and say they want to sell them, and yeah, the guy's super smart. But yeah, it'll be interesting. Hopefully people will do more swaps. I know there's a lot of dent side and bump side crew cabs out there, or even slick sides like Whiskey Dent's his crew cab that he built. So it'll be really cool to start seeing these trucks more out and about. Actually, the other day I was gonna post this on YouTube, but I posted on Instagram on a story. I was working with my dad yesterday, and I turn around, and at the stoplight there's a dent side just like ours, yellow, 4-wheel drive. Super. I have to show you. It was super freaking nice. It had to have a Cummins swap, just the way the engine sounded. Dude, it was freaking nice. But yeah, more people are doing it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, he really did. It would be nice to have people come to you with their project vehicles saying they want to sell them. Like, he has so many slick side crew cabs that are actually from like the conversion companies or factory that I don't know how he finds them. People just offer them to him. Yeah. So you essentially get such a name brand or like a brand recognition that people are like, oh, this guy buys classic trucks.
It's a promotion
like,
deal,
oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's everybody's looking for some type of promotion. So if you can give someone some stuff to show on their social media about their product, then
yeah. What the heck? That's wild. A dream of mine is to have a slick side crew cab, but they're so expensive. You find a POS on Facebook or on these pages, and oh yeah, okay. So he's got multiple. He's got like a forest green one that and then he's also got a yellow one that he just sent to auction, or maybe he's trying to sell. But I think the yellow one was a 3-door crew cab. So I don't know if it was a full crew. And then he's got a white one, I believe. Yeah, the guy's from Delfab, he's freaking cool. I talked to him a little bit on Instagram. He knows what he's doing. He built that massive F750 and put them on military axles. Dude, the tires are like 47 inches or something massive. He called it like Big Blue or something like that. It's pretty cool. But well, I guess we'll get back to this because I want to show everyone how cool this is, because Kyle made a freaking steering wheel out of nothing. Me looking like I'm working. Yeah, you're conjoined twins. Have you taken yours to any shows or anything, or what's the? Because I know you're working on your giveaway truck, which is kind of finished up now, and then you have that cab over engine truck. Have you worked as much on your crew cab lately? Dude, I'm pretty sure this whole episode I just handed you.
that's because I had an idea, and I was like, you're like, how are we gonna do it? And I was like, I have an idea. And you're like, but how? And I was like, just trust me, I can't explain it, but I think I have an idea.
This is one nice thing I feel like that we do really well on, is we kind of just let each other work.
Yeah.
So like the grill, for example, I told him from the start, like what I wanted, how I wanted to.
And I told him how bad of an idea it was gonna be, and then we started tacking it in there, and I went, oh dang, I kind of like it.
Yeah. So it's really cool that. It's so funny that a lot of times I say our truck.
Yeah.
I mean, technically it's my truck, it's titled in my name, but I really do feel like it's Kyle and I's truck. Like for example, like the dash, Kyle was like, oh hey, I think I want to modify it more, and I'm like, go for it. And like the whole time while I was working on the grill, he was working on the dash, and every now and again we would kind of check on each other, and I'd be like, oh Kyle, come check this out, like, do you like it? And he'd be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Then every now and again I'd go over there, I'm like, dude, that looks awesome. Like, it's really cool how we have like the freedom.
He's like, what are you doing over for 4 hours filing on this same thing? And I'm like, dude, these switches and buttons, they'd be the death of me.
Yeah, so it's actually really cool that there's like a level of trust that we know we're not gonna make something dumb, right? Like I feel like when you have like a creative side, like Kyle let me kind of tell him what I want to do with the grill. He let me ram with it. He said what he wanted to modify with the dash. I was like, cool, yeah, sounds good with me. And then it's like we both trust each other enough to like do it and do it right because we both want the same outcome, which is a really cool show quality truck. So
The nice thing is that it's mechanic / welding fixing stuff. So there's really anything you mess up, it's not like it can't be fixed.
yeah, worst case scenario, we redo the front end with the dash, and worst case scenario, I have a spare grill that we swap out, and it is what it is. Yes, it's the old bus. It is. Hopefully, in a couple months, it won't really be yellow anymore. It'll be bare metal, maybe in 4 or 5 months. So,
Yeah.
the old bus will be no more.
We even made a homemade sandblaster.
Yeah, Kyle the other day. Yeah, we what do we have to sandblast? Oh, those brakes. Kyle, no, the axle.
Oh yeah, it was the knuckles for a truck I was working on because the rotors were seized on to everything. Everything was just kind of sticky. So I was like, I'm gonna make a bead blaster real quick.
Yeah. So Kyle's like, Kyle grabs a bunch of crap, and he's like, how surprised would you be if I make a sandblaster of this stuff? And I'm like, I wouldn't even be surprised. And then like an hour later, we're sifting through dirt to get sand into a 5-gallon bucket, and we got enough sand to,
Bead blaster,
yeah.
It worked.
It was wild. It actually worked really well. Now there's sand everywhere, but that's with every sandblaster. But bead blaster was.
It literally came from the gravel that the road mix that's in my
driveway.
In the driveway anyway. So I just blow it back in the driveway.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, how surprised would you be if I dude? I wouldn't even be. So all I know is I know whose house I'm coming to, and there's a zombie apocalypse. So Kyle, let me in, Kyle.
Like the fall, I'll be making the guns out of nuts and bolts and
yeah. I finished
dishwasher parts.
I'm on the last episode of Fallout on Amazon, so we'll have to talk about that later. It's super good. Well, we appreciate that. Good luck with your giveaway. For all 2 people watching this, Whiskey Dents is his YouTube channel. He turned an F600.
2 people.
Right. Oh, 9. Oh, or 5. So Whiskey Dents is another YouTube channel. He just did a 1966 F600 and shortened the frame, put a truck bed on it, and made it into a pickup truck. It looks freaking cool. It's like a little shorty. Has a big old like semi truck, big old thick, long bumper on it. It looks cool. So he's doing a giveaway. So go enter that if you guys want to. I don't really know all the rules and stipulations on that, but go check it out. We appreciate you guys, or we appreciate you coming to our live, and hopefully you get working on that 66 CrewCab soon, so I have some more videos to watch. But we're going to get back to the old steering wheel.
Hey, Whiskey.
I know Kyle and I are going bad tangents. Or maybe I do.
What?
Going bad tangents. Like we're talking about one thing and then I'm like squirrel. I remember when I was editing this video.
Huh?
I remember when I was editing this video how much I just watched you work, and I'm like, bro, I need to edit some of that stuff out. Like I looked like such a idiot.
Not really. I remember we kept knocking tools off that bench.
Oh my God,
we just had so many up there. I kept knocking them off and picking them up. Where's this? Where's this?
Yeah, we originally wanted to keep that cross member that you bolt all the 2016 Super Duty dash parts to. We wanted to keep that and go through, but it just wouldn't work with the factory 1976 dash. It was too wide and it stuck out too much, and
it was being. It just wouldn't have fit.
Because that would have been a good piece to use because it fit side to side almost perfectly. Yeah. So it would have been nice to kind of have that for rigidity, but there's no way. There was just no way, mate.
What am I looking at?
I don't know. My editing skills haven't fully evolved even yet. Me looking to see what Kyle's looking at.
Spring into savings this moving season.
Supposed to be an
with
update.
Bob. Save up to 25% now on moving and storage, and see what Bob has requested with over 6 million moves.
Alrighty, Kyle's got the fire rolling. So now that it's warm in the shop, he's going to keep going on the steering wheel and the disassembly of the 2016 Super Duty steering wheel. And then I'm going to jump inside the truck and I'm going to remove the HVAC system and start cutting out any little knick-knacky
Oh,
piece
I
from
was
the
doing something during this
floor
episode.
plan-
I forgot about
floor
that.
pan, Sorry.
I was doing the
That
important
way
part
we
of cutting
have the
everything
best
out.
and cleanest line to approach the new firewall. Over there, I don't know if you guys can see, the angle of the factory floor pan is a little bit higher.
It's funny because we're doing all this stuff like, oh, it's a steering wheel, and I'm talking about this,
That way we
but
have a clean
I think it's the next episode is the actual video of us
I'm gonna
cutting
clean
out the
up this whole
firewall
area,
and
get it
like
ready
replacing.
for new
Oh.
Because it's still not done yet.
while
Yeah.
we're
You know what I
working
mean?
the
So
Yeah.
steering wheel. So there's nothing to it but to do it. We're gonna get going, and we're staying warm.
going back to your comment earlier about being like in the middle of multiple videos per se,
Yeah.
like all at one time.
Kind of have to do that then.
Is it hard to hear the video?
Deal. Let me know how it is.
Is that better?
Perfect.
Okay, cool. Next time I do an update where you can actually hear my voice, you should let us know what the volume's like. Because sometimes I have like the music a little bit quieter.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I kind of try to meter it so it doesn't get just so
Yeah.
loud to where if we want to talk in the middle, they can't hear us because
Yeah.
the video is just like.
yeah, it's true.
That's when Joe was like, "Holy crap!"
Dude, I about shit crap my pants. Don't flag us, YouTube. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I remember I walked over one of these times when you had like kind of assembled it, and I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? A lot of ingenuity and a tiny bit of luck that Ford made some of the parts coincide with each other very well. Me freaking out over your shoulder.
I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, what do you know what you're cutting out?
Oh.
That's the kind of cool thing about reviewing these videos is some of the stuff we watch, I'm like, I have no idea what we're doing. Or are you trying to get that off?
Yeah, I must have been cutting the heads off of some bolts or something. Oh, I think they were welds.
Oh, there you go. Ugh.
It wasn't even close to being done because I still had to buy or weld an inner tube layer that I'm gonna cut off the other part, and then make a pin notch on the other side so it can pin all the way through.
And it really wouldn't be the worst case scenario if we had the modern day steering wheel. But I mean, it would suck, but. No, they're chiladas. Okay, fine, you caught me.
That is a Bud Light.
It is. So I was looking for the Modelo Cheladas, but they didn't have any, so I had to drink the old.
You know his dad is Sleepy Joe, right?
I know. I did. They're just Cheladas. They're Cokes. Okay? I'm gonna start drinking them like those. Hey, Bud Light learned their lesson. They sponsor the USC, okay? They're...
You finished that chug like a good...
Yeah, watch out. I might be driving a old Chevy or a Camaro or something like that. Keep drinking these things.
That's all the numbers going through my head. Going, is this gonna sit low enough to give us the proper height that we need? This.
You're like that scene off of The Hangover with all the numbers behind his head.
Yeah. Remember we spent so much time trying to cut this out, and then we finally just took a hammer to it, just started breaking it all off.
40-year-old rubber.
Yeah.
You were so gentle and polite at first.
Huh?
You were so gentle and polite at first.
I know. Then I smashed it with some authority.
Here it comes. Actually, that probably worked out pretty well with the chisel.
Yeah. Remember that stuff stank though.
Yeah. Oh.
So,
We got that trail mix.
heck yeah. You know what I hate about trail mix though is they put so many raisins in their trail mix. I hate raisins. It's literally the second ingredient from peanuts. It goes peanuts, raisin, milk chocolate, candies.
They're probably just super cheap, so they're like, shove them in there.
Oh yeah, for sure. It makes up the weight.
Ensure your passion. Here's how to start a boat quote. Just go to progressive.com/boat. Then get protected by America's #1 boat.
Does anybody think it's worth it for us just to make our merchandise?
$100 per year. Now,
And you guys just buy our merchandise instead of us having to do ads?
So yeah, it's funny you say that because there's some YouTube channels that they refuse to put ads on their videos because they sell so much merchandise. Yeah. It's like instead of ad revenue, they do merchandise.
All right, you guys, here's an update from what Kyle's been doing. Earlier, I mentioned how we were going to take the steering column and everything from the donor truck steering wheel and put it onto
I have watched this video,
old steering
and
wheel,
I did
so like that. So
such
Kyle's
a
been pretty much
bad
deassembling
job
the new
explaining
steering
how I
wheel
did this.
and adding it to the
Yeah, because I didn't know what you did.
line.
So I'm like, okay, Kyle,
That's
take it
where we're at
away.
Right now, he is almost done with it.
Cashews are the worst
We'll
part of trail
send you
mix.
guys-
Wow.
Give you guys an update video here shortly with everything.
Actually, you're not drinking
and
the Bud Light?
old steering wheel all attached, so you guys can see how
Yeah,
it's all
what the
gonna
heck?
work out.
These don't even have
and how it all
cashews in
fits
them.
together. So there's nothing to do but to do it. Kyle's got a few more.
I like
steps, and
cashews.
We are good to go.
I know Trail Mix is like, we have a 1 pound bag, 3/4 pounds of raisins, and then the rest is everything else. Yeah, you essentially need a massive subscriber count to really like drive that. And you know what's cool about some videos is you get to determine how many ads are in it. So it's like when I upload it, I either place them myself or I can let YouTube do it. But even when I let YouTube do it, you have 3 different options. You do like very frequent to where YouTube does it constantly, like a medium amount, like a standard amount that you would see on a normal video, or like very few. And so I let YouTube do it, and then I just do like a medium amount. Because YouTube, a lot of our videos, like the recent ones, they're like 25 plus minutes, and YouTube loves that because you can shove way more ads into that. So I just let YouTube run ads. I'm not gonna. It takes so much time out of my day. Well, not time out of my day, but like when I go to upload a video, it takes so much extra time to be like, okay, I want an ad here, or I want an ad here. But like bigger YouTube content creators, they do actually do that. They customize it because. Have you ever watched a video to where it's like, I don't know, this is how to install a fan in your, your gaming PC, right? And they're building it, and they're like, okay, let's install the fan now, and then boom, an ad. So you're trying to watch the fan get installed, but then they put an ad right before they actually start doing that.
So then you want to watch the ad.
Exactly. Yep. So it's like that's a YouTube creator doing it on themselves. So it's like, I mean, I guess we could do that. We could do that with like, oh, we just finished the grill, boom, and then before I show you the grill, place an ad. But I mean, I feel like that would only work when you have a massive following, because most people would be like, oh, okay, well, I don't care. Like, I'm going to the next video.
All right, you guys, update time. I'm going to have Kyle show you guys and tell you guys exactly what he did. But here it is. We essentially have the shaft of a 1976 CrewCab. We have a middle of a 2016 Super Duty. And we have a steering wheel of a 1976 CrewCab.
What a
is
beautiful
all
thing.
freely moving, able to turn with all the modern amenities of a 2016. So, Kyle, what did you do?
You might have to turn this up because since the mic wasn't pointed to you, well, I kind of pointed it to you, but not a ton.
Boop.
Okay, so on the old piece, it was basically just a straightforward steering shaft that goes all the way to the steering wheel, and a little tiny box that was basically just your turn signals and hazards. So what we had to do is we had to figure out a way to take everything from the 16 and put it on there, because you're going to have all your security, your lights, your anything for the engine, turn signals, the shifter. All that somehow had to be retrofitted onto either this shaft or completely using the dash. We lucked out incredibly though, because we were able to basically.
I don't think
take
you
this
sound
shaft,
dumb at all.
we
Like,
stripped
you sound
it down.
cool.
We're
You
down
sound
the steering
legit.
shaft. This is like a cover, like a sleeve. This over here is the actual shaft that sits inside.
With the 40-year-old
the
insulation
steering
around it.
So we were able to take the 2016 Ford and cut off this adapter that was
Is
sat
that for
right
the
here where,
to tilt?
which is how this sleeve
That to
for
tilt your steering wheel?
your turn signals
we don't-
and your steering lock, your
I
security
mean,
lock, and everything
old trucks
sits in
don't
here.
have a tilted steering
We're
wheel.
able to basically pound out this pin, this roll pin, slide it
You would
off
have to have a U joint.
of
That's-
here, and then cut this
Yeah.
piece off where this
No
mounted to, slide it onto the new tube, tack weld it around, slide it back on, and remount everything like it was back on this shaft. So basically, just took the top 3 inches of this tube, we're able to put it on this one over, tack welded it, put it all in there. So now it works like it's supposed to. So now we'll have turn signals, our shifter, tow haul, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have
Anyway,
all that stuff.
that's
That's
about it.
wild.
Yep, that's pretty much it. We were able to keep the steering wheel, which is a huge component of what I wanted, and the factory dash of the 76. So far so good. We're going to be able to use the factory steering wheel with all the modern amenities of a 2016 Super Duty. This will also help a ton with the wiring, and it's going to be essentially just a plug and play once everything's installed and the wiring harness is through the dashboard. So that's going to save a bunch of time. But that's it for today. We're going to get back going on the firewall. That's up next. And yeah, we're going to figure out covers. We're going to try to use the factory covers of the 16. Maybe have to modify them. Maybe we don't have to at all.
Too.
Or we'll think of something and maybe fab something up for it. So that's later down the road. Up next is the firewall. We'll give you guys an update on that shortly. All right, you guys, this is the final look.
It actually doesn't look that
I
big and
mentioned
bulky.
maybe
like,
fabbing up something to
looking at it
go
like
over
that.
all of the steering column.
It
but
looks weird
the
in the truck,
factory
though, with the
dash,
steering
yeah.
column is perfectly fine with us. Oh no, the light's gone. That's okay. So we're gonna run with this. Everything already bolts up. Everything already fits around the steering column. It fits really well with the steering wheel, and that looks pretty badass, especially morphing a 2016 Super Duty with an F750 CrewCab. So we're beyond happy, right, Kyle?
Fuck yeah.
So that's it for today. All right, you guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's episode. We got everything done we wanted to complete today. We got a 1976 steering wheel attached to a 2016 Super Duty steering column with all of the modern amenities we need for a plug-and-play system. When the
I was
time
trying
comes
to figure something like that.
Which I'm floored about. When I started this project, I wanted to keep two things. I wanted to keep
I have
the steering wheel and I
an
wanted to keep the
idea I
dash.
haven't told
So
Joe about
one's
yet.
checked off. So up next, the next episode, we're going to weld in
I'll explain here in a second.
the firewall and get that all tidied up so we can keep going with this project. So keep an eye out for that episode, and we'll see you on the next one.
Oh, you're saying if we do like an old retro, like period correct steering wheel, it's gonna look weird with all the modern day shifting knobs? Yeah, I mean,
well, it's all plastic around there.
yeah.
So I had an idea where the screws mount those plastic pieces. I thought about making some spacers and making the spacers just big enough so they come up by the electronics, and then having little flat, almost pieces of metal up there, and then using them as like basically crimp / pinch points, and taking a raw piece of leather, and having someone who's good with leather crafting make us a wrap around the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that's how they do them in like older sports cars and stuff like that. It's just like a piece of leather around it.
Yeah, but they'll stitch it and stitch it with it, kind of make it contoured to where it needs to be, and it'll already come up to the pieces, and then we can stain it and dye it whatever color we need to, and then that way, when you want to take it off, you can literally just unbolt it, pull the steering wheel off, and you can fold it backwards.
Yeah. Because we were talking about getting the steering wheel if we don't do like a custom wood one or like whatever. We were thinking about wrapping
and we can do the same
2016 steering wheel to make it like a so essentially we were thinking worst case scenario we have to use the 2016 steering wheel. That's like worst case scenario. So kind of
no, you can't use it. It doesn't have the right center.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a square taper fit, and this one's a spline.
Yeah. But maybe we were talking about the older one. So essentially if we wrapped it with leather, like a nice steering wheel to match the upholstery of the bench seats, we could have that matching plus what you just said, like the piece around it that would tie everything in together. That would look really, really sharp. Yeah, that's freaking sweet.
And we can match the leather to whatever.
Yeah, anything we want.
Well, whatever seats he's using, because I know he had some ideas for reupholstering the seats. What type of leather he would use, so we can make it match.
Yeah, that looks sweet. Yeah, I want to say that like older vehicles. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen them in show cars. To hide the steering column, they do put like a leather wrap, like a boot almost. Yeah. So, that would look sweet. But Kyle's going to show me this, what's the movie?
Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It'll be good, too, because this one was kind of a short one today.
Yeah. So at the beginning, Kyle and I talked about this show or this movie, and I haven't seen it. You can tell Kyle has a new Jeep Gladiator. Pornhub.
Oh, I was like, what? Where are you seeing that? Here, you type it.
What is it called?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, right there. Do
15 years ago.
Whatever you do, do
Holy
it for
crap.
us. At Harbor
7,500
Freight.
comments.
It's so funny though.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here.
Is it like a
Big
show or is it like a
Wireless
spoof video?
Once
It's a
again, raised their
spoof
prices.
movie. It's
In
hilarious
response,
though.
Many millions of years ago, a race of hyper-intelligent, pan-dimensional beings got so fed up with the constant bickering about the meaning of life that they commissioned two of their brightest and best to design and build a stupendous supercomputer to calculate the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Oh shit.
That's the highest quality you can.
That
put on
is
this
the
thing?
highest
Oh
quality.
my gosh. Can they see that on the computer?
Oh yeah.
The
We're gonna find a better one that's a little better quality, I think. This one's better.
That one's short. It's only 19 seconds.
That might be the best one.
Honestly, if it was 15 years ago,
Yeah.
the quality for YouTube.
The show is
might not-
actually better. It's not that bad,
Many
but yeah,
millions
YouTube.
of years ago, a race of hyper-intelligent, pan-dimensional beings got so fed up with the constant bickering about the meaning of life that they commissioned two of their brightest and best to design and build a stupendous supercomputer to calculate the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Oh, Deep Thought. We want you to tell us the answer.
The answer to what?
The answer to life,
I love how it's
the
like.
universe, everything. We'd really like an answer. Something simple.
I have to think about that. Return to this place in exactly 7.5 million years.
Is it finished? Oh no, there's more. There's more.
So it's
They
like
go
a
back.
history lesson.
Yeah.
7.5 million years later.
That's right. They do.
What?
Deep Thought. Do you have
An
a...
answer for you? Yes, but you're not going to like it.
Doesn't matter, we must know it.
All right. The answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything is... "42. Yes, I thought it over quite thoroughly. It is, it's 42. It would have been simpler, of course, to have known what the actual question was.
The question. The ultimate question. Of everything.
That's not a question. Only when you know the question will you know what the answer means.
Give us the ultimate question then.
I can't, but there is one who can. A computer that will calculate the ultimate question. A computer of such infinite complexity that life itself will form part of its operational matrix. And you yourselves shall take on new, more primitive forms and go down into the computer to navigate its 10-million-year program. I shall design this computer for you, and it shall be called...
Dear Freedom,
God,
here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved.
oh, that's yeah. Anyway. It's pretty. We'll see if there's a trailer.
Kyle was showing me Fallout 3 or maybe Fallout 4. So I just started watching Fallout. I'm actually on the last episode. So the other day we were talking about it. So that's why he was looking up the third trailer.
Yeah. Oh, look how bad it is.
Look at this quality. Yeah, like you said, I'm sure the original is good, but it's like...
Arthur, what if I told you I was from another planet?
What the hell are those things? Attention, people of Earth. I regret to inform you that in order to make way for the new hyperspace express route, your planet has been scheduled for demolition. Have a nice day.
Hang on, we're hitching
the celebrated best-selling novel, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
What is this thing? It's the guide. It's got everything you need to know to survive in the universe.
Is that the guy that plays
Losing your
Frodo
planet
Baggins? Huh? Is that the guy that plays Frodo Baggins?
isn't the end of the world.
Hey, man! What the hell you doing here? Arthur, this is Zaphod Beeblebrox, president of the galaxy.
He shares 3 of the same mothers as me.
It's the beginning of an adventure unlike anything on Earth.
I've been stranded on a strange planet for a number of years. I haven't been avoiding you. You look great. You're doing well. You've grown.
The fate of the universe is in their hands.
Sorry, what exactly are we doing?
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't leave Earth without it.
God, that is like so early 2000s.
Sir, come on! What was that?
God. Well, then now there's another thing. As soon as I'm done with I wonder where you can stream that at, or watch that at.
Yeah, I can't remember. I made Brittany watch it because she's never seen it.
Huh. I don't know. Heads up.
Uh-oh.
Who knows? Who knows? But that's gonna be a wrap for today's episode.
We just got hit.
Right around an hour long, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we reviewed the steering wheel, steering column. Kyle did an awesome job with that, and there's a few minor tweaks that we still need to do about with it that we'll touch later on. Just about. Just for kind of what actual steering wheel we'll be using, whether it's a custom-made one, whether they're going to buy one and just have it upholstered to match everything else, or we don't know yet. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. There'll be a new episode posted this Saturday. I promise. I mentioned I was hoping to get it posted last Saturday, and I just didn't have time to edit it. It is fully edited, ready to go this Saturday on the grill. I think you guys are really going to like that. The way it turned out. So, yeah, this Saturday, 9 a.m., you'll have another episode out. And we appreciate you guys coming to the old live stream to check this out. Anything, Kyle, before we get out of here?
Those are drugs.
Yeah, and go watch the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I will be watching it sometime later this week. I will let you guys know how I thought about it next Wednesday. So, we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you on the next live.
Bye-bye.
Bye.